My first 8 years of living in the Philippines, all I remember from there was my parents would always be in their bedroom, kneeling, next to each other and praying. I remember my dad telling me, there's no chance we could go to the United States. It's too hard. It's too expensive. Like, we don't know anyone there that can get us a citizenship. And so he decided to go to Saudi Arabia, and instead, because it's easier there, to use his experience already. And what happened was he didn't like it there. Things weren't working out. So he came back home, and they kept fasting and praying. And there was a point where one of my mom's buddies from the mission got in touch with her, and he told her, "Yeah, we've got some room in my company. I'm just starting it out. Your husband can start working for us." So my dad got to the United States on a working visa, and we eventually got our citizenship. And I can relate that back to my parents fasting and praying. I know that as I use it now, it works. That's how it happens. So, and not a lot of people know this, but a lot of right after Mexicans, Filipinos are notorious for being illegal immigrants, right? It's not the best thing. My parents actually did it, the legal way, and they're pretty proud of that. But as a Filipino, or I think just as any foreigner growing up in the United States, it's tough, especially if you spoke a different language. I used to have an accent, and people, I lost it. People don't believe that I actually speak Tagalog, because I don't have the accent, so I'm not cool anymore. But it was very tough. When I came here, my first class that I went to, the teacher, all I remember the teacher saying was, blah, 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 blah. It was just really fast. That's not the English you learn at school. And I couldn't make any friends. It was really hard to make friends until middle school, when I got desperate. And I made the wrong kinds of friends, and they eventually went into drugs, and one of them got a girl pregnant and all that stuff. So in high school I decided to kind of change that. Didn't have too many friends, but that's my experience with being a foreigner growing in the United States.